the scary Peppa Pig episode that never made it to TV. Peppa appeared on screen. She stood in a fog. Her eyes had no pupils, and something black dripped from her mouth. She was silent. No credits, no laughter. Just a shaky title in what looked like dried blood. Miss Gazelle's class. The camera panned to the school building. But it wasn't the sunny school we know. It stood in a dead field, surrounded by leafless trees. The doors creaked in the wind. The windows were boarded up. On one of the boards, something was carved. No one leaves. Peppa walked toward it, followed by Susie, Pedro, and Danny. But no one was talking. No giggles, no skipping. They moved like puppets, like they were brought there against their will. Inside, the halls were empty. Lights flickered overhead. Torn notebooks, broken toys, and tiny teeth were scattered across the floor. The walls were covered in drawings, but all of them showed the same thing. Miss Gazelle with black, hollow eyes, and children hanging from strings like marionettes. The children entered the classroom. Miss Gazelle stood by the chalkboard, unmoving. On the board, scrawled in jagged handwriting, "Miss a lesson, stay forever." When Peppa stepped closer, the teacher slowly turned around. Her face was missing, just stretched skin over a hollow skull. She spoke in a voice that sounded like multiple people speaking at once, deep, cracked, and wrong. "Sit down, children. Today is an important day." Their chairs were made of metal with built-in cuffs. As soon as they sat, chains slid out and locked their arms. Peppa tried to scream, but no sound came out. Not silence. It was like her voice had been stolen. Miss Gazelle walked among them, scratching symbols onto the board. Not letters, not numbers. Symbols that looked like eyes, mouths, claws. "Today we will learn the true language," she said. "Only those who see beyond the veil may speak it. The rest will stay silent. Forever." The camera zoomed in on Peppa. Her eyes were wide open, but inside was nothing. A doll was placed on her desk. A small fabric version of herself. Torn mouth, hollow eyes, and a stitched message on its belly. "New teacher." Susie began to whimper. But instead of a sob, tiny fingers spilled from her mouth. She collapsed. Miss Gazelle whispered, "Another failed student." Susie slowly faded into a pool of black shadow. Another message appeared on the chalkboard. "Who watches is already present." The screen split into 9 segments. Each one was a security camera feed. One showed their classroom. The others were different rooms, different students, different Miss Gazelles. All were sitting. All were silent. All had dolls. A message appeared across the center of the screen. 9 classrooms, 9 lessons, 9 teachers, and 1 viewer. I understood. They were talking to me. Miss Gazelle turned to face the screen, to face me, and said, "We've been waiting for you, student. You are late for class. Now the door will never close." The screen flickered. I saw myself in the corner of one of the classrooms, sitting still, frozen. A name tag pinned to my chest. "Welcome. My name. Finale last shot." The classroom is empty. Only the Peppa doll sits at the teacher's desk. She now has eyes, teeth, and a pointer stick. On the board, "Class never ends." Silence. And then, a whisper. "Sit down. Listen. Don't forget to take notes. You're next."